Hey, this is John,
And I'm Josh.
and we are ready to talk about the final week of college football.
Man, already, huh?
It's hard to believe we're here. It's only 14 weeks, and you're done. So we're going to be talking about the conference championships this week, and some of them really interesting, some of them not so interesting. Let's start with
A non-conference.
Not so interesting.
Let's start with the non-conference championship
Yeah,
team. And this
yeah.
is the only reason we're mentioning this is because
that's right.
it is one of my upsets of the week. We're saying it early. I'm sorry, Bobby. Marshall at Virginia Tech. This is an 8-3 Marshall, and this is a Virginia Tech team fighting for a bowl game.
Yes.
Now, I would usually say in this case that since Virginia Tech is the team fighting for a bowl game, they're going to come in with more. But because Marshall is a group of 5 team, anytime a group of 5 team who's decent is playing a power 5 team, they always want to prove something.
Yeah.
And so I think in this case, Virginia Tech just doesn't have what it takes, even against a 8-3 Marshall team. I think Marshall wins, stuns Virginia Tech, and beats their crazy bowl appearance record right now. They're like second in the country behind Florida State.
And that's even controversial. So, are you calling this an upset?
I am. I'm saying Marshall beats Virginia
Uh-oh.
Tech at Virginia
So
Tech.
we start off with an upset. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then we have the Pac-12, and this is sort of sad because you have number 17 Utah and number 11 Washington.
It's irrelevant.
And it's irrelevant.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter who wins. Nobody's going anywhere as far as.
I'm assuming the best
Pac-12.
either one of these can get is a New Year's Six Bowl.
Yeah.
For winning the Pac-12. But
that would be it. So what do you expect to happen though? Here, as far as-
Washington's the better team. I think
Yeah.
Washington will come in. Chris Peterson's a phenomenal coach. We saw that against Wazoo, and they'll win the Pac-12.
Okay. All right. I think that probably will be the case as well. Okay. Then we have the Big 12 championship, and that's Texas versus Oklahoma.
So all the Power 5 teams are at neutral sites, just by the
Yes.
way. All the Power 5 conference championship games are at neutral sites. This one's at the AT&T
Which is
Stadium.
not really neutral.
Cowboy Stadium, yeah,
as far
it's
as
in
Texas is concerned. Yeah.
So Texas beat Oklahoma. Crazy win.
Yes.
It
was.
is so hard to beat a team twice.
It is.
It is, especially when the team you beat is probably better than you,
Mm.
which I would say Oklahoma is the better team. That being said,
They're not really at a neutral site.
yeah.
So
I'm going to go with Oklahoma and Kyle Murray and say it'll be
It's probably
a
a good
close
call.
game, but Oklahoma wins in the end.
Yeah, that's probably a good call. All right, then you have, as far as the ACC, you have Clemson facing the mighty Pittsburgh Panthers.
There's
Not
nothing
Panthers.
sadder to me than the fact that Pittsburgh, a 7-5 team, is the team that's representing that side of the ACC.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
It-
Way to hand Clemson
you might as
the
well just stop
championship.
right now, not even have this game, and just let Clemson have
I'm
it.
going to guess Clemson wins by more than 40.
Really? I'm thinking Clemson might win this one. Yeah.
Crazy.
Everybody's
Anyways,
shocked by that one.
shame on ACC.
Okay, now a much more interesting game is the SEC. Alabama, they seem incredibly powerful, hard to stop, but Georgia, they're a good team.
They are a good team. And the crazy thing is, it's possible if Alabama loses this that they make it over Georgia anyways.
Possibly, yes.
It's possible. It would be
Yeah.
a crazy scenario if Alabama loses. What would
It
happen
sort of
in
depends
the
on
college
what
football
the loss
playoffs.
would look like.
Yeah, and it depends on if
Yeah.
it was close or not. That being said, Alabama wins. Nick Saban is too good of a coach, and I don't think he's ever lost to one of the people who's been under him, which is Kirby Smart in the case of the
He
Georgia
has yet
Bulldogs.
to lose to one of his
I
subordinate
don't think
coaches.
it's happening now.
Yeah.
I don't. I think that Alabama's the better team. I've watched them play. It'll be close going into halftime, and then Alabama pulls away in the second half.
Yeah. All right. Sounds about right and what I'm looking for.
And it's at the Georgia Dome, or Mercedes Dome now.
Yeah.
That being said, I've gone to a game in the Mercedes Dome where Georgia's there. It's really easy for opponents to get really good seats and a lot of seats when it comes to like the Mercedes Dome.
So it's not like you're going to have a
So it's really not.
biased
It's not a
crowd.
home field
Yeah,
advantage for
yeah.
Georgia, even though
Okay.
it's in Atlanta. Is
Got
what
it.
I'm saying.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you have the Big Ten championship. This doesn't really seem like a championship again. You have Northwestern, number 21, versus Ohio State, number 6.
Yep.
They're going to be playing in Indianapolis Colts Stadium.
So I will say this is probably going to be closer than like the Clemson-Pittsburgh game. Northwestern does have a tendency of being able to pull off upsets against big teams.
They can, but after last week's routing of Michigan by Ohio State,
Ohio State's on fire.
Yeah, I mean, you would think they're going to come into this, just
as much as it pains me to not call one upset so far in all these championship games. I do think Ohio State wins this.
Yeah, I think so too.
I do.
Okay, then as far as Mountain West is concerned, Boise made it in here, and so they got the home field advantage. Fresno's going to be at Boise State.
It's once again a ranked versus ranked team.
Yeah.
And it is once again at Boise.
Yes.
So unlike Power 5, with the group of 5 teams, it's usually done based off of whichever team is highest ranked at the time, and Boise State is the highest ranked team at this time.
Yeah.
So, because it's at home, I think Boise State does win again. It'll be close. Fresno State gave them a pretty hard time the first time around, and we're actually ahead 17-3 at half. But this time, I do think Boise will probably pull off a little bit more than the original game. But like we said earlier, it's hard to beat a team twice.
It is hard to beat.
It is hard to beat a team twice.
Yeah. Okay, so you have any more upsets for us?
I do. We started with an
Virginia
upset. We might as well end with one. This will definitely be controversial, especially considering I think I've said I'm not going to do this.
You said you weren't going to do it. You promised. So let's just stop now.
Memphis.
No.
At number 8, UCF. It's going to be in Orlando. UCF just lost Milton.
Yep.
I do. Memphis only lost by 1 point last time they played UCF. It was at Memphis, and I do think that probably played a factor, but I think Milton played a bigger factor.
It's a big factor.
I think Milton played a bigger factor.
Yeah.
And without him as their quarterback, I think Memphis wins.
And Memphis looked really good against Houston.
To win that game and to make it into the American, and they want to win this.
Yes.
And UCF does, but at the same time, UCF at this point knows even if they win this, they're not making it to the playoffs. It would just be a New Year's Six bowl, which is a big deal.
It is.
But it is kind of defeating to know you were going 2 undefeated seasons without getting any respect in that regard.
Yeah.
So Memphis wins.
It would be a tough loss for UCF.
And Boise makes it to the New Year's Six bowl.
Boom. There
you go.
There we go.
First.
That's right. That's right. All right. Thank you for joining us. It's been a fun season so far. Looking forward to this coming weekend.
Go Broncos.